today's episode of the Bee Log, we're just going to talk about the basic components of the hive and what it consists of. So for starters, here's the bee suit. I only wear the top and the gloves since I typically always wear pants anyways. It helps if you wear a ball cap underneath of this because it'll keep this a little bit off of you, because if this is pushed up against your face, you will still get stung. So to break it down, here we have the bottom board, which is where the bees are landing and then crawling into the hive. They're going through the hive, or the entrance reducer, which is set on the smallest hole right now. Here, we'll pry it out. So you can see it can be set on this small one right here, or you can turn it and then they can go through a larger gap there. So this is the hive tool used for prying out frames from the boxes. So this box right here is a deep. They come in 3 different sizes: a shallow, a medium, and a deep. Most oftenly, the deep is used for brood, which is where the queen lays eggs and then they turn to larvae, which are baby bees, as you would say. There will be honey in there, but it's mostly used for the brood, for the queen. And then once the hive gets bigger, there'll be boxes on top of it. A lot of times it'll be two deeps, and then you'll get mediums on top of that, and then the mediums is where they store the honey, and you can put the queen excluder between the deeps and the medium, and that'll keep the queen from going up there and laying eggs. So that way you can have nice clean harvest at the end of the year whenever you harvest. Get a little bit deeper into them. This is the outer cover, and then this one is the inner cover. And then in here, this is a hive top feeder. Right now it's got, so here you can see the hive top feeders hold about 2 gallons, but I don't need to use that much. I'm only going to put a little bit in. You got to pour it slow, that way they crawl up as the liquid comes in and you don't kill any on accident. And then we'll put a little on the other side. It's 2 separate feeders. Right now it's got enough liquid in it, and the bees come from inside the hive. They come up through, and then there's a wire mesh that keeps them from drowning in the liquid, which is a sugar water 1-to-1 ratio based on volume. So 1 cup of water to 1 cup of sugar, and then that'll help feed the bees so then they can establish quicker, and they don't have to forage as much because they can get a lot of what they need from this. These are two swarms, so they're rather small, but they do have a queen. So I'm trying to help give them a better chance of surviving. And today we didn't really get too far into the hives, just very, very basic so far. And we haven't even got into the hives yet, other than just showing you the hive top feeder and the bees coming up to feed. Here in a couple weeks we'll have a queen marking kit where we'll mark the abdomen of the queen with paint. and that will tell us what year. One, it'll make it easier to find her, because you typically want to look for the queen, because with no queen there's no colony. But we're going to paint her blue because it's based on years. Years ending in 0 and 5, the queen will be painted blue. And that'll be in a couple weeks, and then we'll actually be getting into the hives, and you'll get to see the comb and the progress they made. I do see there's some bees going in with pollen on their feet, so they are definitely going out and foraging. And in a few weeks we'll have another video with the bees.